ઓકે તો આપણે લાઈવ છે.
Right.
હેલો.
It is 5 seconds now. I can see it.
ઓકે તો હમણાં જેટલા પણ જણા જોઈન થયા છે એમને
Yeah.
વેલકમ.
Can you guys hear us? Can you react into the chat, please?
Okay.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Chalo. We'll wait for a few more minutes. So we'll have some more people joining us, and then we'll start with GitHub basics. Basically, we are doing GitHub basics just because so you have an idea how you can host your code onto the GitHub, or maybe in case if you have participated for web designing, then how you can host your design onto the GitHub pages. And that is how you would be submitting your submissions for the qualification round. In case if you have got any questions in between, then just feel free to raise your hand or you can directly write into the chat. We try to answer all the questions you have in your mind, so it is easier for you to participate into the qualification round. And also we would be doing such sessions every day, so just don't feel left out in case if you are not able to get your answers today. And moreover, the team CodeFest would be live onto the Discord server during the whole 30 hours of the round. So even if you have got questions on at the last moment, then we are always there for you to answer it. Are you guys comfortable with English or do you want to switch us to Gujarati? How do you want it? You can just mention it into the chat box. Okay. Okay. I think it is a good time to start for us, Satyajit. We
Yes,
can continue in English, and everyone seems to be comfortable. We have got few replies into the chat as well.
yes.
So we'll start with the GitHub basics first, and then we'll answer all your queries.
I just want to know, do you have a GitHub account so we can start from that? Like just write it. Okay. Okay, so let me start with creating a GitHub account. Uh, a screen is visible.
Yes, your screen is
Okay.
visible.
So we will click on the sign up, and here we have to enter our email address. Okay. Next will be our username. Try to make it easy to read and as same as your name. Okay. Uh, it's like for, do you want to get email from GitHub? I will say yes. Okay. This is the basic puzzle. Okay. Account is created. Okay. It's a basic question. You can like just me and you are students, so go with this. Continue. You can skip this. Okay. And they will ask for a free or premium. We will go for a free account. Okay, and it is ready. So GitHub is actually made on the Git. Okay, but for easy to understand, we will try to use GitHub by just creating a repository and uploading our codes. uh, Creating a repository is like you are creating your folder, but in GitHub. Okay, not on your local computer. So let's suppose we are having this code. Okay, and this is created by our participant in exercise, right? And this is here. So we have to host it. We will go on GitHub. Here will be like create repository button. We will create repository. Here we have to give it a name. As I suggest, try to give it a name which is sensible. Okay, like which makes sense something. Okay, we can give it like CODEFEST website. Okay, you have to give it description. It's optional. Okay, you can describe about your projects. Like it's like when you make big projects and you are describing what does it do, right? This is public and private for CodeFest. uh, Try to make it a public so everyone in our server can check, like view your code and understand what you have made. Okay, and it will be easy for us to
Yeah,
uh,
because if it is private, then we wouldn't be able to check your code and all your efforts which you would have invested in order to solve the problem or provide a solution would go in vain. So make sure whenever you are making a submission into the qualification round, whether it is for algorithm or website designing, your repository should be public.
okay, this is readme file. Readme file are used like you are mentioning what my project do, how it is made, what tech stack I have used. Okay, if you want to run it in your local PC, how you will do that. We can skip this. We can skip git ignore for now. Choose license. We can skip this too. Okay, and we will create repository. You can ignore all of this thing. Okay, if you are just starting in a GitHub. uh, for now we will just create like click on this URL, uploading an existing file. We will click on that. Here you have two options: drag the file or choose your file. I will choose your file option, and here it is. Okay, index.html. I will choose this file, click open, and it will be uploaded. Here I have to write a commit message. Commit message are like when you are making lots of changes in your program, you in future you might get confused like what I have added in this upload, okay, or in this upload. So for the first commit, you can just write initial commit, okay, and just click on commit changes. Okay, your file is here. Okay, it's uploaded. To share, like whenever when you will be sharing this file, you can just copy this, and if we open in a private window, it was public, so I can access this, right? I can check who have created this. Okay, and uh, okay, uh, for like currently if you are submitting this, we have to download it, okay, and run it in our local machines and check your code. So and you can't share this with your friends, okay, like hey, I have made this. They are not able, like they will be not able to download your file, okay, because of they not belong to tech background. Okay, so we will host this in server. For practice question I have mentioned you can use CodePen uh, or a Netlify. Okay, but try to avoid Codeman because it's for small projects or that all thing, and you can use Netlify if you know how to. Okay, but for GitHub we can just do a simple thing and in hosting, which is GitHub pages. Okay, so what are GitHub pages? GitHub pages are like integration to GitHub which host your repository code. Okay, so let's suppose this is my repository code. Okay, and I want to host this, so I can use GitHub pages. And here is how I can do that. We will go in the settings, okay, and in the here menu you can choose pages, and here is the thing: source deploy from branch. You can ignore this drop down, and here is the branch none. Okay, we have to select main. When you will learn more about Git and GitHub, you will understand what is the meaning of branch. For now, you have to select main. Avoid this drop down and click on save. Okay, here you can see GitHub pages source save. You may have to wait for 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, and then your uh, GitHub pages website will be ready. You can share that with us also with your friends, so can they can check what you have created in a hackathon, right? This is specially for web design part, because in a algorithm part you don't have any HTML, so you can't host this. Okay, this is for web designers. You are allowed to host it in Netlify or Vercel. Okay, whenever whichever suits you. Okay, But if you don't know anything of them, then you can select this option, which is very easy. Okay, we have to wait for few minutes. Okay, if you have any question, uh, like in creating repository or doing this hosting procedure, you can ask. Okay, you can see this. Your site is live at this URL. Okay, I can. Okay, and this is what we have created. Okay, like you may ask, like, what if I have some changes in my website, right? There are two ways you can do in GUI. First is clicking on index.html. Here you can see a pen icon. Edit this file, and I can like just do we make a small v, right? What, and as I said, commit changes. Okay, so I can like small v in version name. Okay, commit the changes. It's a saving. It's live. If we go in the settings, pages, and here, mm, okay, it will like um, take few minutes to reflect those changes in your website, right? Okay, it's done. And we will suggest you to do not make any changes after submitting your uh, GitHub repo and website link to us. Okay, so whenever you think like my code is 100% complete, okay, then you should like create a repo and host it for easy to. Okay, I think okay, yes, it's live. Okay, you may ask like I have not make a single line of change, I have multiple line of change. Then what I can do, you can repeat this process. Add file, upload files, choose your files, same file again, capital V in version name. Okay, both file are were having the same name, so they will be updated when like to the specific changes, right? Okay, again the whole procedure will repeat. It's deploying. And if we check again our website, okay, it's capital V. So this is how you have to host create your like project, create a repository, upload your code, and host it on GitHub pages. Okay, this is a simple easy steps to follow. Okay, if you have any doubt in these steps, you can ask.
Yeah, if you want to turn on your mic and do it, then also it works. And if you want to write into the chat, then also you can do it.
Okay, yes, we can repeat whole process. So first process is creating account on GitHub. Then uh, like in your homepage github.com, this option will be here, which is a new repository. We will click on this, give it a name, description if you want, try to make it a public. Okay, you can ignore these steps for now, and you can click on create repository. Okay, and that will create a repository for uploading your code. Okay, so let me create another repository for. Okay, they have gave me this name. Okay, I can click on create repository, and my repository is created. Here the option will be like uploading an existing file, because we have created our file locally, so we will choose this option. Okay, choose your file. Uh, this file I want to upload. Okay, you can select multiple files as well, because there can be a possibility where you are having separate file for HTML, CSS, JavaScript, separate folders for images, videos. Okay, so you can select all those of things. You can select folders as well. I will give a in it like commit message. Let's suppose hi. Try to avoid messages like this. Okay, this is for now, and my repository is created. Okay, for so we covered two steps: creating a repository and storing our code. Third step, which is hosting it on GitHub pages. You will go here in a setting, left side menu, pages option. Okay, you will select branch, which will be a main in your 99.99% is. Some different providers are like giving it a master, but we are using GitHub, so stick to it, and we will click on save. After few minutes, your website link will be ready, which will appear here in a setting, pages, just here. Okay, like this. Setting, pages, and this is my website. Okay, so there are two steps. First two steps are for both categories, algorithm and web design. Third step is specially for web design. Okay, no, like you don't have to upload it on Google Drive. Like when you are having like in a image in a HTML. Okay, so you will give it address from the folder and then image name. As I mentioned, you can upload folders to GitHub also, so you can upload files and folders together. Okay, so you don't have to upload images on Google Drive. Any other questions? If you don't have any question, then we can move to the next section, where we will go through last year qualification round questions for both categories and how the evaluation will work.
Do you guys have any question regarding the GitHubs? Like how does it work? What do I need to do? What are the do's and don'ts? It is pretty simple. Like it is not very complex. You can just do a trial run today by creating your account in case if you don't have, and by hosting one of the pages or by creating one of the repositories. It would hardly take 5 to 7 minutes. And also there are a lot of content available onto the internet. Like you can go onto the YouTube and see how to create a repo, or you can find out multiple blogs for the same. Okay. I believe everyone has got an idea. who are into this meeting regarding the GitHub. Now, have you got any other questions as far as the whole code fest is concerned, or how the qualification round is going to be conducted, or what you guys need to do in order to get into the final round?
Uh, Mahesh, sorry, we are not able to understand your questions. Question. Render. Okay. It's like a cloud application, hosting cloud application. Look, Mahesh. As far as we can check your code and your output website, you can use any platform. But
Yeah, but we would insist on doing it on GitHub because that's how we are asking everyone to submit the submissions. So it would be easier for us to, judge all the entries we receive into the qualification round.
and it's not too hard to use. So okay. Like let's check the last year qualification round questions. First, we will see for algorithm. So there were four problems, okay, and every problem was following some structure, okay. So in the first part, there were okay this explanation of the problem. So it's like a personnel are trying to clear traffic on a busy intersection where n equal to number of lanes meet on intersection. In order for them to efficiently clear the traffic, they need to clear lanes one by one. Select the best possible sequence of lanes that will clear the intersection traffic in the least amount of time. Here you will like we will give you understanding of like what will be the inputs, okay, and what type of output we need. Here we have like tell n is for number of traffic lanes, t time it take for one lane to empty, total amount of time for all lanes, n multiplied by t. Okay, here is something like addition of each lane value in the time is take to empty the lane. The same digit in the lane is to be counted only once. Okay, so we have like we will give you for example also so you can understand question better. Okay, we have like 2 3 3 4 5 2. Its time to empty is a 14 second. Okay, tell us order in which the lane should be open with a time to empty each lane. Lanes can be of any length. Here is the like number. It can go up to 10 raised to 3. Sample input. So what input we will give to the program. Okay, so here first line will be number of lanes, which is 3. Okay, and these are some inputs also. Okay, actually sorry, 3, like we have 3 test cases, and here they are, and the sample output we required. Okay, explanation. Here we will give explanation too. For better understanding, we will give you an input file. Okay, so if we click on input file, okay, these are some inputs. Okay, and the same structure will be on every question. Explanation, how big input can be, example with the sample input sample output, and the explanation ki how we get that output, and there will be an input file too here and in this question too. Okay, uh, fifth tab will be the submission of algorithm. That will be a Google form, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do a quick walkthrough of how the submission works. So, yeah, Satyajit, you can start with the Google form. So they have an idea what are the kind of details they need to submit as far as algorithm is concerned.
Okay, fill out. We will click on fill out form.
Like this is the same pattern we would be following this year as well. The difficulty of the problem, the number of problem statements might change, might increase, but the process of submission would remain the same. And also we would be sharing this website in case if you guys need it for your reference into the channel, so you have an idea of what kind of problem statements you can expect into the qualification round.
Okay, we'll click on next. Here you have to fill your details.
You need to fill the details for both the participants, because
Yes.
here you are making submission for algorithm category and you are doing a participation in as a pair.
Next, um, choose a problem statement for submission. Uh, you have to
So you need to fill out this form for every submission you want to make. So in case if you are solving three problems out of the four, then you need to fill up this form three times.
yes. Okay. During after your registration, you had get a registration ID, so you have to enter that here. Let's take this 1234. Source code file, output file, and GitHub repository link. As a source code file, like it will be same as your code which you will update on GitHub, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like Mohit sir, what will be in output file? Because
Yeah, output file would be something like we would have given you some test cases that you need to perform. So once you put a test case, you should be able to generate an expected output that you need to save into a different file. So you would be submitting three things while making a submission for one problem statement into algorithm. That would be your main source code. Second would be the output file, which you would have generated based on the test cases given to you. And third would be the GitHub repository link.
and we have say like please ensure to create a
Mhm.
public repository as we said. Okay, and this is the last step, and then click on submit. Your submission for single, like one problem statement will be submitted. You have to do this like for every
For
time when you are submitting a problem
Mhm.
statement. Okay, and like let's now see web design problem. Here, like we have three problem statements, but you can create for all of them, but we will suggest you to create for one which you like you have give your best. Okay, 100%. Okay, uh, so this like we create on this. This is a problem statement. Mr. and Mrs. Joshi run a playhouse named Little Cubs. They are looking to create a website where they can show their infrastructure. Along with that, they also want to showcase their methodology and staff qualification. They are looking to rebrand their business, so they need a new logo too. The website they want is single page or a one page website. You must provide the navigation that will take the user to appropriate section on click. There are some details about the business that they want to put on their website. Playhouse timing, address in text as well as Google Map, contact information, FB page embedded, testimonials, and about Little Cubs Playhouse. We will give you a reference website so you can get some idea from those website too. So you may have confused like what I have to create actually. So here is a complete task. Okay, you have to create a one page website plus one logo. If we see logo first, so you don't need lots of graphic designing skills. You can just use any of this free logo maker. Okay, create a logo design with a free logo maker in few minutes, and you can create, so you don't have to waste or invest too much time in creating logo. Your focus should be in creating a website. So first is the website must have navigation menu which can redirect to the appropriate section. Okay, The website is for Playhouse, so feel free to use vibrant color and animations. Using parallax is a plus. The website must be mobile friendly because in today's world, every most of people access website from mobile. So from your navigation menu to a footer, everything should be or must be responsive. There should be a call now button which should redirect to the call screen when click from mobile phone. So call screen is like your call application which you use in your day-to-day life. Lorem sperm can be used for long description. You don't have to be a like having a copywriting skill. You can just generate your content. You can put any value for the given point to be added on the website. For example, you should create a random testimonials. The important thing is how it looks and how well it solves Mr. and Mrs. Josie's problem. The same structure or like almost the same thing will be in this problem. Here there were Mr. and Mrs. Joshi looking website for a playhouse. Here is for Mr. Patel looking for South Indian restaurant. We have like we will mention everything including reference website to your tasks. Okay. After completing your project, you can like go for a submission. There will be a Google form as same as algorithm. If we click on fill the form, in a website you are solo, so you don't have to enter information for another person. Screenshot of layout. You can use any full screen uh, screenshot taker extension. Okay. At CodeFest team, we can go through your website in a single view. Okay. Logo, like which logo file you have used, you have to upload this here. Description file. Okay. uh, like when you create your website, that might be a case you have to create a whole description. Okay, so how the description will look, wait a bit, I show one. Okay, you can create like this. CodeFest v1 web design submission design by, you can put your name, registration ID and website title. Okay. Description, a small description where I have included like what is for like for what I have created this website. Um, like description about my logo. Okay, a theme colors, and why I use that logo and color. Feature of website. Okay, so as I mentioned, like a slider with image. So like you are creating a slider, you can mention that here. Okay, after the services are shown, so user can see if there is a restaurant. That can be a case like when you have dining, takeout. Okay, or online delivery. This layout allows visitor to see menu as well as order the food. So if I am having a restaurant website, I need to show what type of food I provide to my customers. Okay. As we saw, there was option like call now button, and we have same button order now. Okay. The website theme is matched with the theme of logo. The footer consists like what type of information footer consists. Here I have put my logo. The screenshot I attach to the form, I can put that here also. Okay, and this is how the description of website can be. Okay. uh, GitHub file. Here we have CodePen, but we will suggest you to not use CodePen, use GitHub. Okay, I will enter GitHub link and will submit. Okay, sorry, GitHub link and submit. Your submission will be done. Okay, like any question you have in.
Yeah, so that's it. These were the questions we asked last year when we did CodeFest version 1.0 into the qualification round. Have you got any more questions like what you can expect? What are the things that we need to keep in mind? How is going to be the judgment? Like, what's the judgment criteria in order for us to qualify into the final round? Anything.
Uh, okay, so you don't need to know like how to code your whole project in any framework. You can use pure HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay, that's allowed here. And Dev, can we use Bootstrap in web design? Actually, you can use Bootstrap for layout, but as we know, Bootstrap provide lots of thing like pre-made. Okay, and it's a competition of like web design. So we will suggest you to create everything by your own. You can take the reference. You can use Bootstrap in layouting like grid layout and everything, but try to avoid those buttons, navbar in your website.
Yeah, but we are not completely restricting on usage of Bootstrap. It is up to you. In case if you want to go for it, then you can use it. That's fine.
Away, as we mentioned, you can use any programming language for algorithm round. Okay, we don't have any barrier to that. Any other questions?
Yeah, few more minutes. We'll wait, and in case if there are no questions, then we'll conclude the session for today. We would be scheduling such sessions almost every day till the qualification round begins. So it's fine if you are missing out on few questions, and if you just get an idea that I need to ask this, then we would be hosting it tomorrow. We would be putting out the information into the CodeFest server, so you can join us anytime. Yeah.
And this like whole stream will be there for to check in a future. Okay, so if you have like uh, many people have joined in between this session, so don't worry, we will give you the link of YouTube video where you can uh, check all the information we have given here.
Yeah. So Mahesh, your question is like how much total time you would be getting in order to submit your algorithms as well as web design? It would be same like there is 30 hours window. You in case if you are participating for both the categories, then you need to make a submission for both the categories within 30 hours. You wouldn't be getting any extra. In case if you fail or in case if you are not able to qualify one of the categories, then by default you would be able to participate into the one which you have qualified. Like in case if you fail to qualify for web design but you qualify for algorithms, then you can participate for algorithms into the finals. And in case if you are qualifying both the categories, like let's say algorithms and web design into the qualification round, then you need to choose any one for the final round. You wouldn't be allowed to participate in both the categories into the final round.
But yes, you have to solve all the given problem for algorithm to get qualified.
Yeah, we might have some options. Like last year, we did minimum two out of the four, but this time we are trying. I mean, we are working on to the questions yet. So once the website goes live, once the questions are out, you would have all the information on how many problems you need to solve. I We are not promising that there would be only four problems this time, and you need to solve minimum two out of the four. There can be more, there can be less, considering the difficulty level we would put out this time. So yeah, once the questions are out, you would have all the information. Yes, Sid, you can write last four digit of registration ID into the Google form. We we would be making one list into the public where you can put your name and get your registration ID in case if it is not handy with you while making a submission. So that's not a problem. Any more question, guys? All right. So I think things are good so far. And in case if you have any more questions, then we would be hosting a session tomorrow as well. You can just feel free to join us in, and then we'll see how it goes further. Yeah. Just
And
make sure you are connected to us onto the Discord so you do not miss out on any important updates as far as the CodeFest is concerned. So all the communication which we would be doing would be via Discord server. There is no other channel, there is no other medium through which we would be reaching out to you.
and if you have any problem in like creating an account in a GitHub, creating a repository, hosting your code, hosting your website, uh, Team CodeFest is available on Discord server, so you can ask there.
Okay, okay, fine. So we'll conclude for today. Thank you for joining us. I wish we were able to, I hope we were able to answer all your queries and you have got an idea of what kind of questions you can expect into the qualification round. All right. Okay, guys. See you soon. See you very soon. And in case if you have any questions, then feel free to reach out to me. My name is Mohit, as well as Satyajit, into the Discord. Also, you can reach out to us by mentioning it in any of the channels, and we'll try to respond it as soon as possible. Okay. All right, guys.